So do you sometimes wonder how are you going to get these people to finally buy from you, right? How are you going to get them to sign up? How are you going to get them to buy your course, to buy your product, to, join your opportunity or sign up for your service, right? So how are you going to do that? I mean, seems like such a hard thing to do, right? If you've been trying to do that for a while, you might be ready to give up. So we're going to talk about that in a second, how it happened for me. But first, my name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and I help you create digital courses so you can live your life on your terms. So, a few years back, I'd say, 4 or 5 years ago, I started in a network marketing company. I've been in that kind of industry for a long time, and that particular company I started, and I went around and I put posters on mailboxes, and in corner stores or wherever they had billboards, and I did all that stuff, and I got phone calls, and I tried to get people to join, and I did all these things. And then I got on social media. I basically did the same thing, right? On social media, I would post my pictures of my products. I would post, meetings or videos of the opportunity or all these things. I would do that. Nobody would sign up. I even lose friends. I even got people disconnecting, telling me I'm annoying, right? Same thing as if I was going to family barbecues, I would talk to my family about this awesome thing I was doing and how great it was and how the product was so amazing and everything, right? I was on fire. I knew everybody would want to buy this product. They would want to join this up. Everybody, right? So when I started to realize that nobody was buying, nobody was joining, nobody was listening, nobody was liking what I had to say, what I was doing, I started looking, and I found this community, I found a system, I found a training portal that really, really got me to understand how all of that works and why this isn't working, right? So, the answer to the question, how do you get people to buy from you, isn't too complicated. It's not something that's going to take you a week to do or anything like that, but that's not my point. I'm not saying it's easy, but it can be simple, because all you got to do is you got to build an audience, engage with that audience, then you'll be able to sell to your audience once they know, like, and trust you. So that's really the answer. You got to get them to know and like and trust you before they'll buy from you. But if you only have one person on your audience, that's not going to be very efficient, right? So that's why you got to build an audience as well. And that's why we talk about building an audience, engaging with that audience. What that means is you got to have conversations. You got to make sure that people are seeing your stuff, and you got to be posting regularly. So there's all these things. It's all a lot of different things, a lot of different little actions you got to take, and it takes a while. But like I said, it can be that simple. It's just as simple as building an audience, engaging with that audience, so that they get to know, like, and trust you, and then they'll buy from you. And I know it sounds simplistic, but that's what I do. I don't know if you know me from before, when I used to do simple online strategies. I would do a video every single day that would kind of talk about a small aspect of this kind of strategy or process, if you will, to explain it so that it's not too complicated, right? So it's not too complicated, because everything, when you're trying to build a business online, let's face it, there's a lot of stuff you gotta do, there's a lot of stuff you gotta learn, right? So does that mean that it's complicated? Does that mean that it's, difficult? I don't know, but it certainly means that it does take a lot of work, and it takes time, right? So you can't just all of a sudden make millions of dollars just because you have this awesome course to sell, right? Just having a course isn't enough, right? You gotta get them. So and how do you do that? How do you get them to know, like, and trust you, right? That's something that maybe we'll talk about in another video, but that's it, right? You gotta get them. They gotta get to know, like, and trust you. And like I said, you gotta build an audience. Just one person isn't enough. One person you know, even if you have one person that buys your product, I mean, that's great, right? But having only a single customer isn't gonna make you rich, isn't gonna create a business for you, right? You gotta have, you know, hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of fans or followers or connections or likers, you know, whatever. That's what it's all about. You got to make sure that you build that audience so that when you talk about your product, they'll buy. It's like Gary Vaynerchuk. He talks about the hook, right? Where you do a jab, jab, jab hook. So that means that, and you know, maybe I'm getting into another topic here, but when you're trying to get them to buy your product, you can't just constantly pitch your product. You can't never pitch it either. You gotta do something that makes them want to maybe find out what your product is, right? But that's what Jab Jab Hook is all about. You should go check that book out. It's a great book from Gary Vee. But you know, it's kind of like once you're talking about something that has to do with your product. Say it's a health, weight loss or a health product or something like that. Well, you might be talking about what it is that people are doing, how much weight some of your customers are losing, right? How much weight are they losing? And they get these results, and maybe you talk about, I don't know, pant sizes went down, whatever it is that your product gives people, you talk about that stuff. And then after a while of talking about those things, that's when you say, hey, by the way, this product you can get here, right? But I'm oversimplifying it. We'll talk about this in another video. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you think anybody else needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share. I'd really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you again next week. Have yourself a great day.